Hey everybody, it's Mark again. Hey, I'm up here in Nevada. I'm on US 93 heading south down towards Vegas. I'm hauling this little old Cougar travel trailer. It's like 27 foot. Shipping weight on it's like 5,600 pounds. I've got maybe 10 to 12 mile an hour headwinds, and I'm gonna need y'all's help with some stuff. What I got is, you can see my temperature. It's like 195. It just cooled down, but it's overheating. And I've got the little solace edge here. I'm gonna hook up to it and show you what it's doing. For all practical purposes, when I hook that up, it looks like the fan is working, but it's really not. And I'll show you when I get it on the road and get it up to temperature again, and I can show you better with the solace than I can sit here and explain it. I borrowed that from a buddy of mine. He had a shop, and anyway, those are some pretty handy little tools to have, but I think he said that one cost him like $5 grand several years back. So anyway, all right, let me get on the road and get this thing going, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, it takes a minute to get there. But, yeah, we'll see here in just a second what this fan's doing. Or so the computer of the truck says. All right. There's what we want. Fan control speed, RPM, and fan duty cycle. All right, the fan duty cycle, it's saying what, 30%, and the fan's at what, 558 RPM, which is just a little bit less than idle speed. I'm idling at about 800 RPM, so it's doing just a little bit less. Engine temp, oil temps back down to normal. Don't have no internet here, so I'm gonna assume that temperature is correct. But anyway, let me get this thing out on the road and get it up and going. We'll take a look again at this solace here. Now, I am driving a stick, so I need about 2 or 3 hands here. So it's gonna be a little difficult, but I'll get it done. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, as you can see, we're at 201. Kind of going uphill a little bit here, but not real bad incline. Let's see what the duty cycle is. All right, it looks like 0% fan duty cycle and running about 560 RPM. All right. Engine temp is creeping up. Oil temp is creeping up. But what I want to show you is now it's showing about 62, 41, 44 percentages of duty cycle is changing, and RPMs are changing, yet engine temp steadily going up, running about 70, pulling a slight grade, not much. See, we're up to 212 now. When we hit 217, I can rev it up to 2750 there and hold it for just a second, and it'll kick in. That fan will fully engage and cool this thing right down. But then when the fan disengages, it engine temperature starts climbing again. But see, it's showing it's running at 9, almost at that. Well, you can see 1,020 RPM. It's constantly changing, yet engine temperature ain't going down. Kick it on up a little bit in speed. We're fixing to pull I know you can't tell in the video, but there's actually a incline here. We're actually going uphill. To hit 215, and fan still at about 1,000 RPM. 215. Like I say, once I hit 217, those RPMs will just about double and start cooling this thing down. See, the oil temperature is starting to go up a little bit too. Might have to wait till I hit a steeper incline. See, even the percentage and that's all there is. Alright, we're starting to hit 217. Now that it's fluctuating a little bit, I may be able to get this thing to do it. Now you can see that fan is engaged, 2,200 RPM, and that temperature is already down. $24.51. No percentages, but it's fully engaged. Now it's dropping out. You can see the engine temperature is back down to 199, going back up. since the fan has kicked out, engine temp's going back up again. And at 58 degrees outside, this thing, and no more than what I got on it, it shouldn't be more than 210 tops. And here we are, already back up to 212. You see it's showing 61%, but only 1,000 RPM. I don't get it. If you're wondering what that little yellow paper is there, the high beam light is extremely blinding for me at night, so I just put that little yellow sticky over it to dim it out a little bit. See, we're holding at 215 again, and RPM's about 1,000. We're starting to flirt with 217 again. We'll kick this thing out of gear, rev it up. I don't know if you can hear that fan roaring or not, but that temperature's coming down, and we're back up to 2100. 2200 RPM, and that's where we're at, folks. I can tell you, I have put a new head gasket on this truck. I've had 3 different thermostats: a 180, a 192, a 195. I flush and I drain and flush that radiator regular, less than 100,000 miles, and I go back with the proper coolant. Let's see what else. I've replaced the fan clutch. I replaced it, and it was doing the same thing, so I figured maybe I got a defective one, and I warrantied it out with Big O, and they gave me another one, no questions asked. And anyway, I don't know what else to do. I mean, I've put a new radiator in simply because I busted a radiator tube in Idaho a couple of years back. This has been an ongoing battle, and that constantly shifting out of gears and revving it up. When I get them summer temps out here, you know, when it's 110, 120, I'm constantly doing that. And anyway, has anybody got any suggestions? I haven't been able to find a wiring diagram for this thing online, so anyway, any help would be greatly appreciated. There we are at 217. Time to do it again. You can see that temperature's already gone back down. That fan staying engaged. fans disengaging, and temperature's back down to 201. All right, folks, hope you enjoy. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe button and follow along. Maybe you can help me, maybe I can help y'all. All right, this is some of the scenery I got to look at out here. All right, have a good day. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention, maybe I mentioned it, I don't remember. I did the head gasket, went back with the ARP studs. So everything clamped down good and tight. I'm not losing any coolant. I don't ever have to add any. And anyway, if you've got suggestions, please feel free. Just know I have flushed the engine, radiator, heater core. I have back flushed the heater core, as in I connected a pressure hose up to it and forced it out backwards. So anyway, that's about all, I guess. That's about all I can tell you about it. Oh, I did replace the 2 turbo coolant lines, simply because I had heard that they have a tendency to swell up on the inside when they get hot. So I replaced them thinking the turbo might be overheating and causing the truck to overheat. But $150 later, that didn't solve nothing. So it's not a thermostat, it's not a plugged up radiator. You know, I put the new radiator in, the new thermostats, flushed it out both ways. So any suggestions I'd highly appreciate. Or if you have access to a wiring diagram so I can see how this thing's wired up, maybe I could back probe it and check for shorts and whatever. All right, again, thank you for watching, and hit that like button and that subscribe button, please. Have a good day.